Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be testing out and reviewing for the first time the KKW times Mario Dedivanovic collection. If you guys don't know already, Mario is one of my favorite makeup artists ever. I actually got to attend his masterclass once in Toronto last year and it was just incredible. And so I literally buy anything that he ever makes. The Anastasia palette is one of my favorites and I'm so sad it's limited edition because I barely dip into it anymore to try to make it last as long as possible. But this new collection is so beautiful and I'm so excited as well because I may or may not have bought an extra entire collection for one of you guys to win. So I'm doing a little giveaway in this video and stay tuned to the end of the video to see how to enter and see how you could potentially win this entire collection to try out for yourself. I'm so excited. I have no idea what look I'm gonna do. I'm so nervous because I just want to do Mario justice, you know what I mean? I'm so excited to play with these tones. The eyeshadow palette looks absolutely beautiful. So let's just get right into the video. I've already done my brows off camera. This time I used the Nabla Brow Divine pencil and then I sculpted out the brows with the Kylie Jenner concealer. So we're gonna start with eyes today. I'm gonna use the same Kylie Jenner skin concealer. I don't have a KKW concealer. I ordered it actually once they restocked, but it hasn't arrived yet. So have not yet had a chance to try that. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out with a little mini beauty blender. And this is just gonna help create a really nice canvas for our eyeshadows to apply on top of. It cancels out redness and veins. You guys know this is usually how I like to prep the eyelids, especially when I'm doing my eyes first. I forgot to mention I actually also picked up the Laura Lee Favorite Brushes collection from Morphe. I've honestly never really tried too many Morphe brushes, and so I'm really excited to play around with some of these today to create this look. So now that we've got our concealer on, I'm going to go ahead and set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this to set that concealer. I mentioned in my last video, I recommended this for the Sephora VIB sale, this powder, just because I've really been back on it. I've been back using it a ton, almost daily, and I absolutely love it. It's just reliable, you know, it just works. Let's go into the KKW times Mario palette. Guys, look how beautiful this is. Oh, mine actually has a dent on the side. So one of the shades got a little bit shifted and I was nervous that it was gonna break. So I did press that back into the pan. The rest of them I have never touched and I'm really excited to play around with these. Honestly, the colors are so beautiful. I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. This is called Miami and we're gonna use this as our transition shade. So I'm just going to lightly sweep this through the crease. They seem to be blending out so nicely so far, even though we've only tried one shade. So far so good. And I'm just working in light layers, just kind of building up the pigment in the crease a little bit more, and then as the brush gets less product, I'm kind of buffing it outward and upward. Guys, it has been so windy today. Our bedroom window is making the creepiest haunted house noises all day long. It was so weird. It started out today being really windy and it was 70 degrees and then it's supposed to snow tonight. Are you kidding me? How are you supposed to prepare your outfits? Do you know what I mean? If it's 70 degrees in the morning and then it snows at night. Hello. Next, I'm going to be hopping into this shade right here, which is called Loyalty. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of define that crease a little bit more. I'm using the Morphe R39 brush, which was in the Laura Lee set. And I'm moving in a diagonal shape here, cutting across the eyelid, and then I'm also kind of cutting out the crease. And again, I'm working in layers, kind of building up more product where I want it as I go. And then same thing on this eye. Next, I'm going to hop into this shade right here called Glam. And with the Morphe 421 brush, this is a great brush for a cut crease. I'm just gonna kind of use this all over the lid. Guys, these eyeshadows are absolutely beautiful and they build up so nicely. I'm using a brush and I'm still getting such a foiled effect as I layer it up. It's so pretty. So I'm just actually going in with the same brush we used for the transition shade. I'm not adding any more product and I'm really lightly just kind of buffing and blending up toward the brow even more. I just realized that I want a little more color there. I'm actually gonna dip a little bit of the brush into that shadow and I'm kind of sweeping it right above the brow bone to bring a little more color in that area. I don't know why, but I really want to go into this shade right here. This is called Vegas. It's such a beautiful purple. I'm just adding the smallest amount, kind of connecting that outer crease color to the gold. I'm then going to take this shade right here called 2008 and with the same flat brush that we used on the cut crease, I'm just going to apply this to the very inner corner of the eye and then I'm going to bring it in just a little bit so we ultimately have kind of an ombre going from that silver to the gold to the purple. So next I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay 24/7 7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the shade 0. I'm just gonna scribble this really close to the lash line, and I'm actually going to also use it to tightline the top lashes. So now I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and use it to really just clean up underneath the eyes where we got any fallout, as well as to sharpen up the edge here. I'm just using my fingers to kind of pat out that edge so it blends back into the skin a little bit better. So next I'm going to be priming the skin with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I've been loving this recently. Still not good at this. Still not good at this. Oh no. I'm just going to go ahead and massage that all over the skin. Next I'm going to go ahead and go into foundation. I'm going to be using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I mixed 2 shades to get my perfect shade. The shades I mix are L2 and L3. So I'm just going to go ahead and pump a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I'm just going to do 1 pump of each, and then I'm going to dot it on the face just randomly. And let's try out the Morphe Y6 brush, which is in the Laura Lee set. I've never actually tried this Light Illusion foundation with the oil primer, so we'll see if it's a little too dewy, I don't know. And then I'm just taking what's left on my hand and using the Flower Beauty sponge to really press in the foundation. I might mix up a little bit more to just build coverage where I need a little more, which is usually my cheek area and jawline. And don't forget to blend the extra down the neck, and under the chin is actually a place that I always miss, so be sure to kind of make sure to get that. We are glowy, which I don't mind actually. So I'm actually going to go back into the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Bone, and I'm going to kind of dot this over blemishes and then take the same sponge and pat that out. I actually love the formula of the Kylie concealers. They really do look like skin, and they also provide a really nice natural coverage. I'm actually going to switch it up for the under eye area. I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So I'm really layering it under the eyes. Since the eyes are a little bit more bold, I want to have really good coverage. Under the eye area, I'm putting some on the chin, Cupid's bow, down the nose, and then some on the forehead. And then I'm just going to blend that out with that same sponge. Actually, I'm going to swap to the Mini Beauty Blender, and I'm going to use this for the under eye area. As always, be careful along the edge of the eyeshadow to make sure you don't stamp concealer on there accidentally. I'm kind of going a little extra with this tutorial because I mean, it's KKW and Mario. I have to go full glam. So I told you I'm going to be extra. I'm going to go into the KKW Beauty Contour Stick in the shape Light 2. I'm just going to take it from up here, and I'm basically just drawing 2 lines down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to kind of do a V underneath the nose, a little mark right here. I'm also going under the cheeks and around the hairline, and a little around the jawline too, and under the lip to make it a little pouty. Kim Kardashian is the contour queen, so we're going ham today. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with a brush. Again, I like to work in upward motions when I'm kind of doing the cheeks. That way it lifts the face, and then with the jawline contour, I do like to kind of brush down and blend the excess down the neck. Then I'm going to take my little sponge that I used for the under eye concealer, and this is what I'm going to use to blend the nose contour. And I'm just taking my time with this, and then I'm taking the bigger Flower Beauty sponge and just really pressing in all the products together. So next I'm just going to bake the under eye area with the Laura Mercier powder. I'm going to leave the rest of the face for now and go back into the Mario palette and finish up the eyes. So going back into this shade right here called Miami, I'm going to really buff this out under the lower lash line. Then I'm going into the taupey bronze shade that we used on the lid, and I'm going to apply this on like the inner third of the lower lash line. Going back into Vegas, and I'm just going to use the same brush for this. I'm going to get really close to the lash line and buff this out on the outer third, connecting it to the other shadows that we have on the outer corner of the top lid. Next, I'm going to be taking another Urban Decay Glide On pencil. This is in the shade Smog. This is gorgeous on the lower lash line. Like in the inner rim, it's so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Now I'm going to apply mascara. I'm going to use the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. I've been loving this. And with this mascara, I like to kind of build it up in layers. So I'll just kind of work in lighter layers, and I'll do about 3 coats because that's when I feel like it really works best. I was literally going to apply individual lashes like I have them right here, but after doing 3 coats of that mascara, I don't think I need them. That's so crazy. I love this mascara. I'm just gonna wipe off my lips really quick. All right, let's dust away the excess powder under the eyes. And then for the rest of the face, I'm gonna go ahead and set all the cream products so that they don't budge. Again, this is like a full glam look, okay? So it's a little extra. I'm just gonna comb my brows back up. So next I'm gonna take another KKW beauty product that I already love. This is her powder contour and highlight kit, and I'm gonna start off by mixing these 2 right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to the perimeter of the face, like under the cheekbones, to bronze and sculpt. I really actually love this contour palette a lot. Then you guys know I like to kind of buff out the edges of the bronzer or contour after I apply it, just to make sure it really blends seamlessly with the rest of the complexion. I'm going to take just this shade right here. Then after I contour the nose again, I just like to take a little translucent powder and buff over that. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix these two highlighters. I'm going to take the Morphe R36 brush from Laura's set again, and I'm just going to be applying that to the high points of the face. I actually love these highlighters. They're so pretty, and I love to bring it toward the front of the cheeks, down the center of the nose, Cupid's bow, under the brow bone a little. For blush, I'm going to go into the Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade I Will Always Love You, and I'm just going to press that into the skin. I really love this blush. It's been a really long time since I've used it, and I just felt like it would really tie in the transition shade we have on the eyes onto the rest of the complexion. I'm going to go back into my Nabla brow pencil that I was using before, and I'm just going to make sure that the brows are nice and sculpted and that we didn't lose any of the shape during our makeup application. I'm going to take my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter and just comb through the brows. Brow gel, like, seriously changes everything for me. I can't do my brows without it anymore. Sometimes I like to brush through with a spoolie just to kind of lessen the texture. Sometimes I like the look of texture in my brows, but other times I want them a little more soft, so I will put the brow gel in and then just kind of brush it out a little bit, and that usually helps. I'm going back into the lightest shade in the palette right here. It's called 2008, and this is going to be our inner corner highlight. Very excited. And I'm making sure to blend it underneath the lower lash line to really just brighten up that entire area. I'm taking what's left on the brush and I'm just putting it right under the brow. So next I'm going to line the lips with Pillow Talk lip liner. There isn't a lip liner in the collection, so I thought I would just use this. So next I'm going to take the Creme lipstick. Here's the packaging. It's like this plastic crystal looking packaging. The shade is Classic K. I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lips. I love the smell. It smells like a classic lipstick, and the color is beautiful. This was apparently designed to work for any skin tone. It's supposed to kind of be just a really good universal nude, and I really love it. And then there are two glosses that came in the collection. One is called Super Nude and one is called Juicy. I might apply Super Nude to the center of the lips. This has like a little bit of gold shimmer in it. That feels really comfortable on the lips actually. Here are the two glosses swatched. This is the one I just applied and this one is Juicy, so you can kind of see. I really like the formula of it. It's not too sticky. It feels like it's gonna be really sticky, but it's actually more of a balm kind of feeling, which I love. So now to set the face, I'm going to use the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist just on the outer portions of the face. I'm going to leave the center bare so that it's more matte and we have a really nice glow on the outside. And that is it, you guys. There you have it. That is my final look using the KKW x Mario collection. I have to say, I absolutely loved everything. I love everything that Mario ever creates. I love the colors that he chooses. They're all usually warm tones, which are my favorite. The eyeshadows blended beautifully. I did not have one issue with them. I love the lip colors as well. I'm a huge, huge fan. I really love this collection, and I can't wait to dig back into this palette and kind of play with the blues and maybe this terracotta here. There's so many different looks you can make with this palette. It's definitely going to be a staple in my collection for sure. I feel like I'm going to travel with this a lot. It just has colors that you always need, you know what I mean? So now if you guys want to see how to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is first be subscribed to this channel. As always, I want to give back to those of you who are subscribed to my channel. The second thing is make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And that is it, you guys. It's so easy to enter. If you guys are wanting some bonus entries, all you need to do is follow me on Instagram and then tag 2 friends on my mini video of this makeup look. I'll show you what the thumbnail looks like right here so you can find it on my profile, but I am going to be posting a little mini video of this. Leave a comment tagging 2 friends on that post, and you can do this as many times as you want as long as each friend is different in each comment, if that makes sense. Please also make sure that they're real friends and family of yours, not business accounts or celebrity accounts, so you can qualify for all of those bonus entries if you guys are wanting to have bonus entries. This giveaway is international, as all of my giveaways are, and it ends April 24th, 2018 at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. If you have questions about the rules, I will leave everything in the description box down below. Again, this is for one of you guys to win this entire bundle, which includes the eyeshadow palette, the lipstick, and the 2 glosses. So good luck to all you guys who enter. I'm really excited for one of you to win this because it's absolutely beautiful. Let me know in the comments below if you ended up purchasing any of these items yourself and how you've been liking them so far, because because I love them. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you've already subscribed but you want to be notified every time I post, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every time I upload. And since I upload 3 times a week, you won't want to miss out. That's everything, you guys. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Love you all. I said it backwards. Love you. Bye.